Pittsburgh Penguins head coach Mike Sullivan was in Duxbury recently and brought along the Stanley Cup. Even though it wasn't won by our hometown, the Boston Bruins this time, folks still piled into the Holy Family Catholic Church to get a view. When there's a line this size to get into a church, there's obviously something major going on inside. No one looks gloomy enough for it to be a funeral. I never heard anything about the Pope arriving. I do see a lot of sports jerseys and hats and a glowing silver cup off in the distance. And while it may not be because the Boston Bruins won it and brought it here, it is the second time that the Stanley Cup has made an appearance here in the state of Massachusetts in the past 5 years. And for the hundreds of people that are lined out the door here at Holy Family Catholic Church in Duxbury, that's a pretty big deal. It's not every day that a professional hockey coach makes his way to the town of Duxbury, but Pittsburgh Penguins coach Mike Sullivan is no stranger to the South Shore. Born in Marshfield, Sullivan was a standout hockey player at BC High, Boston University, and enjoyed an 11-year NHL playing career. One of those years as a player was spent wearing a Bruins jersey, and 2 of his head coaching seasons were spent with the Bruins as well. So his local cred is actually pretty good. Maybe it's not such a surprise that he's here.
Well, my children were born and raised here. My wife and I, when we got married, we bought a house here early in our marriage, and we've settled our roots here. To us, Duxbury is our home. And you know, I think when you have an opportunity like I did to win the Stanley Cup, people don't achieve in life alone. It takes a lot of support and a lot of help along the way. And my family, first and foremost, has offered that for me. But also this community. We have a lot of close friends here and people that have supported us along the way, and this is our way of saying thanks.
With his connections here in town, it just made sense to bring the cup to his local church.
Holy Family means a lot to my family. This is our local parish. We've been coming to Mass here for years. It's a great opportunity, I think, for us to share the Stanley Cup with the residents of Duxbury and the neighboring towns.
And of course, seeing the cup up close is a thrill for the kids and adults, but mostly the kids.
I love to watch the kids and the emotion on their face when they get up close to it and they get an opportunity to touch it and see it up close and personal. You know, I think it's the hardest trophy in sports to win. I think the history of the Stanley Cup in and of itself has a certain allure that most trophies don't have. To have our team that's going to be engraved this year alongside some of the greatest players that ever played the sport brings chills to my body. It's quite an honor. It's certainly a hard trophy to win. This has been one of the highlights of my life.
Hopefully the next time the cup makes its way here to Massachusetts, it will be because the Bruins won it. Reporting from Duxbury, Mike Sullivan for PCN.